Majority Leader and Member of Parliament for Bawku Central, Mahama Ayariga, is demanding full-scale investigations into attacks of residents of Bawku following the killing of a military officer. The officer, identified as Warrant Officer Class 2, was reportedly shot dead in Bawku by unidentified gunmen last Monday morning, March 17, 2025, near a military buffer zone set up in one of the conflict hotspots within the town. His death has heightened tension in Bawku with the deployment of a joint security task force to maintain peace and stability. Following from the attack of the warrant officer, military men were said to have invaded Bawku in a retaliatory attack on innocent citizens. In a statement on the floor of Parliament today, Member of Parliament for Bawku Central, Mahama Ayariga, emphasized that while he does not support the killing of a military officer, the attack on civilians are unacceptable. He therefore called for the perpetrators to be brought to book.
The military, the police, work with the community leaders to try and investigate and identify the person behind this unwarranted gruesome exercise of killing a soldier who has come to help us maintain peace in the place. Mr. Speaker, it is equally not right for the soldiers since last night to invade homes, meeting places, market, where market women are going about their daily chores and beating up everybody, assaulting, injuring women, old men, children. Anybody who hasn't run away and is still in the town is being beaten up by the soldiers. So, Speaker, I condemn in no uncertain terms the conduct of the military detachment there. I want to bring the full weight of this House behind a plea to them to stop what they are doing immediately and withdraw back into their barracks, because beating up everybody in the town, destroying television sets and fridges, destroying bicycles and cooking implements and etc. will not bring back to life the young man that we have unfortunately lost. But then it also will dent the image of the military as an organization that is supposed to be used to protect citizens.
So that's the Member of Parliament for Bawku Central, Mahama Ayariga. Reporter that a lot of people following from that attack have been fleeing the town. We'll speak to our reporter shortly and get updates of it. So once we're still on security matters, today the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Yohunu, has reconstituted the Police Management Board with key appointments and changes expected to bring fresh perspectives and a renewal focus on tackling crime and ensuring law and order across the nation. The IGP's move has been met with mixed reactions. Some commend the decision, citing the need for reform and fresh leadership, whilst others express concern over the potential disruption of ongoing initiatives within the service. My colleague Kwame Ochijinia will join me with a list of that, but let's go back to Bawku and speak to our reporter on the ground on currently what's happening in Bawku. Good evening, grateful for your time.
Yes, thank you so much.
Before we proceed, I hope you're very safe.
Yes, I am very, very safe. I can confirm that.
Okay, great. Now that you're safe, let's go on. What's the current situation in Bawku?
Well, let me first of all say that Bawku, for the last 24 hours, is turning to a ghost town because of the unfortunate killing of the military man 2 days ago. Last night, military were in the town brutalizing people, entering houses to houses, destroying televisions, then some properties in the houses, beating people here and there. So many were injured. This afternoon, I was just in the house and they called me that I have to be safe because it looked like the military has invaded the town with their cars and motors all over. So I came out and realized in my area, I counted about 5 armored cars moving around and people were scattered, people were moving, especially today being a market day. People were just all over scattering back to the villages and outskirts of Bawku. So as I speak to you, the town is very quiet because military has invaded the place and people are scared of their lives. Maybe they might be beaten like what they did yesterday. So that is what's happening now in Bawku.
The beating of the women, the children, how did it really happen?
Yeah, so what happened is that yesterday, after we finished breaking the fast, I had information that the intelligence was that military were going to beat people in town, especially some areas. So, and where I live at the Zugranas Palace site. So we knew very well that even if military go to invade, definitely we'll definitely see them. So around 9 thereabouts, the issue was true that people were calling us that they invaded their communities and they were beating them. So we all have to even make another step in such a way to be safe. So when they get to your house, they break in. Maybe if they see you even in the room, they'll get into the room. If nobody is there or whoever they find, they'll beat you and they'll take your TV off. They'll spoil the TV. Oh, we have so many videos can confirm what happened in Bawku. So the beatings happen like when they come and they meet you in the house, they will just deal with you with anger because of what just happened. So that's what's happening.
Those who were beating, what's their state? Do you know anything about it? Whether some were hospitalized, whether they've been treated?
Yes. Some were hospitalized. Even this afternoon, some were at the Quality Medical Center here in Bawku, and others who attended the Vineyard Hospital for checkups. And myself, I visited some of the youth who were beaten by the police, the military, and you can see the injuries on both, some of them their faces, some of them their back, and even some of them with a broken arm and broken leg. So I have seen some of them with my eye.
What has been the reaction of the military high command, even the police and also the regional minister, to these attacks on the civilians by the military?
For now, we have not had any reaction from them, though the member of parliament for Bawku Central, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, the majority leader, condemned the act, and but from the regional minister, then other opinion leaders and the police, we have not actually had anything from them. I know the way the town has been and people are running here and there. I think late by tomorrow, we should see the way forward or any reactions from them. But for now, nothing is ongoing. People are scattered all over.
And I'm sure the military are calm now.
Yeah, the military are calm, but people will not be calm because they've seen what happened. So definitely, Bawku is because they are beating people. If not that, the military and the people are always exchanging themselves in terms of greetings and then.
Do I have Abdelaziz back? Okay, I have lost our Upper East Regional reporter, Abdelaziz Ayamba, and he told us he's safe, so we take it that he's safe. So that's the latest in Bawku. The Member of Parliament condemning the act and calling for investigations into that, and then the military officers responsible for attacking civilians and armed civilians must be brought to book. I mean, you remember this is not the first time this is happening. It's happened already twice in Bawku, somewhere in 2022. Also, here in the Greater Accra region, it happened when a police officer was killed, and then we had the Member of Parliament petitioned the Speaker. There was supposed to be an investigative team and issues that were supposed to happen there. As of now, something has not happened. So the question on the mind of many Ghanaians is that why is it that when a military officer is maybe attacked, the military decide to go to the area and deal with the civilians, either armed or unarmed, or even the people who are not part of it. So let's go back to the police story. Once we're doing with security, I was telling you earlier about the IGP making some changes to the police management board with some key appointments, and they are expected to bring fresh perspectives to policing in the country. Kwame Ochijinia has a list of those who are on that board. He joins me in studio. Kwame, let's quickly look at it before we go to do some discussions on this appointment.
All right, so there are 31 of them, and well, it looks like the only person who was not changed was ACP Mrs. Grace Ansan Kofi, that's the Director of Public Affairs. Yes, she was not changed. She maintains. She's
still Director
of Public Affairs. But then the first on the list is COP Mrs. Mamiti Wadodankwa, now the Director General Research and Planning. I don't know, COP Mr. Paul Manley Awene, Service Workshop here in Accra only. COP Mr. Daniel Kwame Free, Director General PSO. COP Dr. NS Kwabena Owusu, Director General SVCS, and also COP Mr. Mohammed Fusaini Suraji, Director General MPD, and COP Dr. Saibu Paddy Garba, Director General Technical, COP Mr. Michael Nketia Frimpong, Director General Finance, COP Mr. Asuma Ochre Dako, Director General PPSB, COP Mr. Idi Lansa Seidu, Director General Welfare, and then COP Mrs. Faustina AK Andor Kofi, Commandant GPSC S. Winneba, COP Mr. Joseph Oklu Jamara, Director General.
So that's a Ghana Police Service School in Winneba.
In Winneba, yeah.
Okay.
COP Mr. Joseph Oklu Jamara. He was then the commander in the Ewutu Senya, I recall. Director General LMP, and then COP Mr. Peter Baba Atiniak, Director General PID, COP Mr. David Ajim, Director General Administration. He was then in Winneba. COP Mr. Vance Gariba, Director General OPS, DCOP Mr. Sebastian Achu Womega, Director General ICT, and then DCOP Miss Lydia Yako Donko, Director General CID.
She's making a lot of waves on social media. Almost everybody's posting her
she's really trending.
That congratulating her.
Yeah. And then DCOP Mr. Duty Turaka, Regional Commander Ashanti Region, DCOP Mr. Eric Winford, Director General NAPD, DCOP Mr. Gabriel Prince Wabu, Director General MTTD, DCOP Mr. Hin Kwesi Ano, Director General SD, DCOP Mr. Frederick Kofi Blaguji, Director General HRD, then DCOP Mr. Frank Abrokwa, Deputy Director General CID, DCOP Mr. Francis Kwame Tidi, Regional Commander Western North Region, DCOP Mr. Abraham Akwe, Regional Commander, that's the Central Region, and then DCOP Mr. Yao Dogbe Tetega, Regional Commander, and then Mr. ACP Mr. Wisdom Akoli, Regional Commander Volta Region, ACP Mr. Joshua Cobson, Regional Commander Volta Region, ACP Mr. Wisdom Lavo, Regional Commander Northern Region, ACP Mrs. Graysons Hassan Kofi, like I said, Director General Public Affairs Directorate, Chief Superintendent Mr. Solomon A. Colley, Executive Secretary to the IGP, and then Chief Superintendent Mr. Kojo Abwaji, Chief Staff Officer to the Inspector General of Police. So this is signed by the Director General of Public Affairs Directorate. That's a Grace and Akrofi.
KJ, very grateful for the update. And one thing Ghanaians are looking forward to, especially those of us in the media, is the decentralization of police communication.
Yeah.
An action that the former IGP did that did not go down well with a lot of Ghanaians. Why something will happen in Tamale and we'll have to wait for Accra to issue
to bring a communique. Yeah.
They will just issue a statement. And that's it. You don't get details. The commanders were banned from talking. The Public Affairs Directorate at the various police stations were banned from talking. The crime officers could not talk. And so that's what we are looking forward to the IGP doing after the formation of this new board. Let's go on the phone line and speak to fraud and security analyst, Mr. Richard Kumado. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for your time tonight on 505.
If you get my 30 rounds again, we will not have the interview. So get it right. I'm not an analyst.
You're an expert. I know. I know you're an expert. So, Mr. Kumado, I'm sure by now you've gone through the list. And, I mean, one person who is trending is the new CID boss. A lot of people say she deserves it and all that. From where you sit, what do you make of the entire list?
It was expected anyway. Okay. So we thank the IGP for the prompt action. New key, new law, new strategy, new ideas, fresh movement, and fresh hands on board. And I believe they bring the needed energy involved to get the job done. One of the things that has happened, probably many people did not take notice, is that it used to be the case that the same president who appoints the IGP will be the same person who appoints the CID boss. I am so happy. It is something I have made a crusade. I have advocated against, and I'm so happy that we did not hear official notice from Felix Pachi or Shalima Mohammed, Muslims, that it is the president who appoints the CID board. If we have changed and it is the IGP who appointed the CID board, freely by he being the head of the police, then that makes me happy that we are getting the job done. So yeah, she's beautiful. She has what it takes to be the CID board. A lot of people were voting for her. So I can only add my voice and congratulate her and say, are you going?
What would you say these individuals bring to the team, and how are they going to help reform the police service? Because you remember when the president saw in the IGP, he talked about the image of the police and also ridding the police service of corruption.
I don't know all of them. I know some of them. These are people who have work and live policing, just like the IGP. They've done it all. They've seen it all. They are in new positions officially. Some of them were actually performing some of these roles anyway. Today, Anna has been done them, and they are being compared to those roles. I believe they know exactly what to do. The president said, fight corruption within your means, put up a professional conduct, put up a police that is capable of meeting the 21st century challenges, and help in the national security intelligence gathering approach. One of the things they must also work hard to achieve is public safety challenges and assurances. I wish them well, and I hope they put themselves to the wheel. I have no doubt they will get a job done. People are skeptical about one or two of them, but that is the police to deal with. But looking at the entire list, I think congratulations to them, and they are welcome to the job.
Again, the question people are asking is that normally we'll hear the CID appointment coming from somewhere else and not necessarily a list that has been put together by the IGP. Is this something new?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. The president has done well, and I think we need to commend President Mahama. He has heeded to our cry and the crusade and agitation and the advocacy some of us have waged over the years.